Out in the fields of Dawson gone, from the beat rises at the crack of dawn. As the sun starts rising, awakening the day, he's out the door, no time to waste. He laces up his boots, puts on his hat, grabbing his coffee, ready for a chat. Hard day's work, it's time to go live. Dust on fire, 6:36 time. Welcome to the 6:36 club. It's time for the dials to warm up. Rise and shine, it's party time. All the beats ready to go online. All the beats ready to go. On the bed is still asleep. Mama Connor has his breakfast to eat. But our man is ready to go. It's time for the 6:36 show. The donkeys are making a sound. The dogs are running all around. Now we are ready to start our day. Let's do it the gospel way. Welcome to the 6:36 club. It's time for the gospel warm up. Rise and shine, it's party time. All the beats ready to go online. Welcome to the 6:36 club. It's time for the gospel. All the beats ready to go online.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, it's so good to hear that tune again. Sorry, self-praise is no honour, but you know it never seems to get old. Al's Cousins, the genius that invented it. Good morning and welcome. Yes, we're back. 6:36 Club returns, and I wasn't sure what direction we were going to go this morning. There's the top of the hill all lit up. Look. Kyle's up there getting everything fed. I can hear the digger going. So I thought we'd just take a little wander out. My screen on YouTube is very dark, but hopefully it'll lighten up a bit. And very small. I think my eyesight's deteriorated since we've been away. Facebook's nice and bright. Whatever you're watching on this morning, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Can you believe? Look how dark it is. Top of the hill's like a big Christmas tree all lit up, isn't it? My goodness. Away for a couple of weeks and autumn has came. The three siblings over here, look at them. I thought we wander out and see the Hereffords. Now, unbeknownst to me until last night, who was it told me? I can't remember. Orla and Sorka have been weaned, and all very successfully. No noise. When we tried to do it a few weeks ago, it was just too early, and there was an awful lot of noise made, if you remember right, and we had to go and reunite them. But there's been a kind of natural weaning. They've been separating a few animals out, donkeys, moving them down to the river field. And who else is down there? The rest of the cows, the Dexters, etc. And Orla seemed to has went with those. Sorka stayed here, and it's all went swimmingly, as they say, which is great. No upset to anybody and no noise. I'm talking about upset, mainly myself, Trish's toys, and Farmer Alice, because we live on site on the farm. That's all the noise taking place the last time. 6:36 rules are back and forth. Let me know where you are, what you're up to. Well, I flung that one in. And most importantly, what's your weather like? Somebody messaged last night and said, are we going to be affected by storm or hurricane, such and such. I can't remember what its name was. But is there a named storm or a hurricane on the way, or going on somewhere? How's you three getting on? And there's a picture for your morning screensaver. Look at that. That's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Not so much Chloe's behind here. That was a bit rude of me, sorry. But that is a beautiful thing. Eileen says, morning from Langham, from a mild Langham. Thank you, Eileen. Good to see you on with us this morning. Angela on Facebook, good morning, Farmer Pete from Wolverhampton in the West Midlands. Now, Wolverhampton, round about, going to upset so many people here, round about Birmingham area. Is that correct? Because I did say before we went away, I'll tell you, if you're at all interested, just for public service information, where we went and what we're up to on our Holly blogs. And Wolverhampton came into my head because on the way onto holiday, we were flying from London Stansted, which is a bit unusual because we were going to Sardinia in Italy, an island just off Italy, and the only flights we could get was from Stansted, which was a long drive from here. It's like 5 hours. There was a trade show on the weekend we were leaving at Birmingham NEC. That's why I'm saying Wolverhampton in the West Midlands, because Birmingham, Wolverhampton, all in the same area, if I'm not mistaken. So we drove down to Birmingham on the Sunday and got a very groovy hotel on the kind of NEC, Birmingham National Exhibition Centre is what the NEC stands for. It's where all the major trade shows and concerts and events happen, because it's so central central if you're in England. It's not so central if you're in Scotland, but there's good real links to it. All the trains stop there. There's an airport, the Birmingham airport's right beside it. Anyway, what I was saying was, excuse me, we drove down to Birmingham on the Sunday to break the journey, to go to the trade show on the Monday, because our flight wasn't until Tuesday morning when we were going away. Stayed in this groovy hotel on the NEC campus, very modern, like very, very modern. I'm saying it was groovy. It was one of these very much accommodation hotels, but very fancy, and had a casino next to it for some reason. We were there all the time wondering, why is this being built here? Because it just seemed to be plopped in the middle of the NEC with a casino and all these shops round about it. But if anybody's ever been, I can't remember the official name of the kind of campus, but I'm sure somebody will let me know on here. Stayed there on a Sunday night. We went to the trade show on the Monday. The girls were wanting to go to it, Farmer Alice and Trish's Toys, because it was the autumn gift fair is what it was called. And there's one in the spring, there's one in the autumn, and that's where a lot of businesses go to source new products, etc. So went there on the Monday, and maybe the trade shows at the NEC aren't what they used to be. It's a lot smaller than what we remember it. I don't know if it's so expensive for firms to exhibit there. But anyway, did that on the Monday, and then that broke the journey, because it's like 3 and 3.75 hours down to Birmingham. And then we went from Birmingham on the Monday afternoon on down to London, Stansted, ready for a flight on Tuesday morning. We were left Birmingham quite early, so on the way down we were going to be way too early. How are you getting on, Sorka? She's got a side eye looking at us here. What's the fettle, as they say in Scotland? Have you had a night's peace without her ladyship? yeah, how's this new calf coming along? She says, I'm just having a little bit of rest time before we start these babies again. And yeah, it'll not be long, will it, darling? A few months, wee bit of R&R and some nice food. Just be like being on holiday, won't it? Yeah. Might need to get a comb and just fix that fringe a wee bit. Anybody else feel the urge just to give that a nice brush, or I see my girls with the straighteners. Could maybe give that a wee straighten down there, maybe. Anyway, yeah. Don't know if she's over enamoured with us disturbing her peace this morning. We had one cat decided energy used up, so it's back down again. But nice to see them, isn't it? There's your morning. Can't remember what I was talking about, but and please let me know what it's like where you are. Bad hair day, says. Yeah, split in the middle there. Curtains. Yeah, you didn't know we were coming on, or you would have fixed it. Understand, it happens. It happens. Yes, lost my train of thought. Yes, Birmingham. I'm boring you all about my holidays. All right. Drove down. We're going to be too early getting to London Stansted. Didn't want to sit in the hotel room all afternoon, all evening, doing nothing. So thought, where's nice to go? So we looked up where we're going to be passing, and we're going to pass in Cambridge, which world famous Cambridge University, Oxford and Cambridge boat race and all that. So we popped into Cambridge on the Monday afternoon. What a rockin' cool place. If anybody has never been, well worth an afternoon spent in there. Very posh, very groovy. And the weather was fantastic. It was lovely. And there's a market. They've got a market on in the kind of city centre, city. It'll be a city, won't it? Yeah, it was very, very groovy. So a nice afternoon spent there before we headed on down to, we had a hotel booked through the power of the internet. It's great. You can just look at hundreds of hotels when you're booking somewhere. And we chose one just outside, 2 minutes from Stansted Airport. I had no idea where we were going. And we didn't really want to stay in one of the usual big chains. Well, you're always safe if you're staying in a big chain. Like, am I allowed to mention? You know the ones I mean, that are all over the country. You're a safe bet if you stay in one, but I should never do this because I've went wrong in the past. We booked like a kind of country, kind of pub, wasn't a pub, but a kind of country thing, just 2 minutes from Stansted Airport. And I was kind of thinking to myself, how on earth can we have a kind of rural, kind of independent, I'm trying to think of the right name. It wasn't a pub, but you know that kind of thing I mean? Where you've got the restaurant and the bar downstairs, and then you've got rooms upstairs. 2 minutes from Stansted Airport. Oh my goodness. Like, if that was that house there, if that was where we were staying, the planes were taking off right up like that. You could see and smell them. And no joke, if that was the place where we were staying, there was houses, brand new houses built just here, like hundreds of them. All right, imagine we're outside London Stansted Airport right now, and that's where the hotel we were staying in. Small, nice, little, quaint, kind of English, old-fashioned pub, where the stairs creaked when you went up, and the bedrooms had, were annexed, where Pete whacked his head off, even though it shouldn't have. Anyway, so these brand new houses that have been built here, and because the weather was so nice that night, everybody was sitting out on their balconies or outside, and the planes up here, like one after another, and they were so low you could smell the fuel that was getting dispersed from them, or the fumes coming off them, and the noise. Oh, my goodness. And there was a break during the night. I think they didn't take off between 12 and 6. But you have to wonder why. And forgive me if you're living in one of these houses that I'm talking about right now, but you have to wonder why they would build houses there in a right underneath the flight path of an airport. I mean, you would never get peace sitting outside in your garden. It really makes you appreciate where you live, or certainly where we live here in peace and quiet. But each to their own. I say each to their own. Amy says, welcome home. Good to be back with you. Thank you, Amy. It's dark and chilly here in Colorado. First frost we had yesterday. Yes, got into the van to go and get the messages. Kind of not the first day back because we were open on Saturday. Well, we had to go in and back into the get things organised on Friday, but first open day to the public was Saturday. Van yesterday morning, like 8 o'clock-ish, put the wipers on to clear the screen because I just thought it was just misty. It was as it scraped the ice off the windscreen. For the 22nd of September, it seems a tad early. If you've seen where we're standing over there, there's a blue mark on the ground where we had sprayed. We've been out measuring up for the new polytunnel that's coming. It's going to house the sheep over the winter, and that's where we're intending to put it over there, kind of running long ways from the fence this way, and it'll almost come to where the gates are, just over there. So that's our next project, which they're coming to install it like the 20-something of October. So bearing in mind, a week tomorrow is the 1st of October. There's not an awful lot of time to get things organised. So it's busy. Saying that, the pressure's on again, as usual. The weather forecast for this week is amazing. Talked about frost yesterday. We all week through to Friday. Saturday's looking a bit dodgy just now, but through to Friday, dry, bright and sunny. And today we've got a high of 15 degrees, 0% chance of rain. Tomorrow high of 16 degrees. So it's, we'll have to make the most of the good dry days, especially if there's a wee bit of groundworks to do. And so it continues. Take a wee walk up the hill. There's your sunrise. Look at that. Maybe get a better view as we get up the top. I'm just having a look at your... Leanne says, missed you, Farmer Pete. Thank you, Leanne. Missed you all too. It's been a lovely break. Just a time to spend together. Sardinia, yes, Italy. Weather, fantastic. Saying that, it rained in the first day we got there. Not Monday, it was a Tuesday. No, it wasn't. Arrived on Tuesday, rained the Wednesday. But it didn't dampen anything. Our enthusiasm, I would say. It was all good. But after that, 30 degrees. The beaches in Sardinia are something to behold. Very beautiful. In the Mediterranean Sea. Not that we went in swimming, but certainly had a paddle. No interest in getting wet from head to toe. Thank you. Actually, once you're in knee deep, it feels semi-warm. Unbelievable. Lovely. So a nice week there. And then home. We had a couple of days at home. Went up to Glasgow one day. Visited a few different bits. Farmer Alice had found this new kind of funky, groovy restaurant at a new garden centre, which was serving kind of, really modern, groovy food. So went up there for lunch. And then up to Edinburgh on Thursday before it all started again on Friday. We got the train up to Edinburgh, as I said before, train to Lockerbie, from Lockerbie to Edinburgh, less than an hour, and you're right into the city centre. And Edinburgh you could go there every day, and it would never disappoint. Such a wonderful place to visit. If you come to Scotland, if you're coming to see us at Dalscoan, make sure you make time to go to Edinburgh for a day, because you will not be disappointed. The castle, no matter where you go and look about Edinburgh, you can look up and see the castle up there. I'm not out of breath. I'm just taking my breath very gently, all right? It's that hill, all right? I've been away, eating a lot of food. Everybody breathe. Welcome to the 636 Club, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Lots of yous on Facebook this morning. YouTube, a wee bit lesser in numbers this morning, but that's all right. I don't know if there's something went wrong, or maybe we're just not back into the swing of things yet. But how's Trish's knee, says Pam. Thanks for asking, Pam. Yeah. The rest did it good, but she's done a bit of walking since we got back, and it's not 100% yet. Thanks for asking. We've been looking at a lot of things. You know the way we always say social media listens to you. I mean, it hears you talking about things, no matter what it is. If you were having a random conversation about mountain climbing, the next thing, that's just an example, by the way, next thing your Facebook feed or your whatever feed you're on would be filled with mountain climbing things. Well, now our social media feed's full of things about sore knees. And apparently, I know you should never self-diagnose, but it looks like it's something beginning with M. Is it mistus in your knee? A lot of people have the same problem. So she's tried various different bandages and straps and things on it, but it's maybe better than it was, but not 100%. Thank you for asking. Annie says, hi from Wagga Wagga in Australia. It's 3:58 p.m. at night, in the afternoon. Thank you, thank you, Annie. Annie Mason Craze. Cool name. Lovely to hear from you, from Wagga Wagga. There's always cool names in Australia. And talking about Australia, those of you who aren't on our supporters group won't know about this, or maybe Ben has mentioned it, I'm not sure. But if you're not, you should maybe consider joining us. Help support the farm, and great community in there, either on Facebook or on the members page on YouTube, which is really kind of cool. And Cotton Mitt says she's in Brisbane, Australia. What I was going to say was, Amanda was over visiting us from New South Wales back in April. Hello, Amanda, if you're watching. Which was great. She was here for a few days. I remember you with your Rock and Cool Farmer Pete hat. And if I can read, I'm sure it was April, wasn't it, Amanda? Correct me if I'm wrong. Spent a few days here and then did a tour, I think, she was in Europe and UK and Ireland. That was fine. Selena, who's one of our longest team members here at Dalscoan, who's worked in the Dalscoan Diner since its inception back in 2004. Selena's son, Jamie, who went to school with Farmer Joe, right through primary and high school. Jamie is a nurse, and I told you before, was heading out to Australia for a year to see what things are like out there. And as you do, go out, do a bit of sightseeing, travelling, and then get a wee bit of work. Jamie went to work while we were away on holiday out in Australia. And who did he bump into? Yes, Amanda, who's here visiting us back in April. And of course, they got into conversation. Oh, where are you from? New boy in town. I'm from Scotland, a place called Dumfries. Amanda says, Dumfries, do you know Dalscoan Farm? Well, funny enough, my mum works in Dalscoan Diner kitchen, and so the conversation went on. So you can imagine the amazement and just how much of a small world things are. Isn't it crazy? Yeah, in New South Wales. So I thought I'd share that with you. Fantastic. And just the whole Dalscon community throughout the world is just something amazing. And talking about community throughout the world, we had so many lovely visitors here yesterday. We had Jane from Sweden. We had some visitors from Cornwall. Let me think, without missing anybody out here. I remembered them all earlier in my head, and now I'm thinking, oh my goodness, Pete, where are you going with this? We had Cornwall. There was a long weekend, or there was a Monday where the schools were off, and I think in parts of Glasgow and certainly in Ayrshire. So we had lots of visitors here yesterday from further north, kind of in Ayrshire, Kilmarnock, Irvine region. I think where else? We had I said Jane from Sweden. We had Gayla and Dave, our wonderful friends over from Indiana. Thank you, Gayla and Dave, for your wonderful gifts to us, who popped in to see us on kind of their flying visit around the UK, and I think this is as far north as they're coming in Scotland, but heading to Manchester today. It was wonderful to see you again. Gayla has been here a few times now, and brought her husband Dave to visit, to see what all the commotion was about. We've got a nice red coming up over there. I know red sky in the morning's probably not the best thing, but forecast's looking all right. Yes, and you blessed us with your presence. And saying that, our devotions this morning are very much based on our visitors who come to see us. From Hebrews 13, 1-2. Keep on loving each other as brothers and sisters. Don't forget to show hospitality to strangers, as all of you do when you come here. Thank you. For some of you have done this, have entertained angels without realizing it. And yet, you bless us so much when you come, each and every one of you. And we never take it for granted. Thank you. It's just amazing that you've come from all different parts of the world, from like Amanda from Australia, and Gayla and Dave from the US, and Jane from Sweden, just to name a few. And our devotions are a twofer this morning. Get ready for it. Here comes Kyle. Jump leads in the back. Every picture tells a story. I take it the handler wouldn't start. That's not good. I'm thinking in my head, why would this be? Who's left lights on? I wondered why he took the tractor up the top of the hill. I thought it was maybe just to save him getting out of breath, much like myself. Anyway, it's to jumpstart the handler. So our twofer on our devotions this morning for all our visitors and all of yous out there. Please take it all as a blessing. From Psalm 91 verse 11. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Amen. And may the Lord bless the readings of his wonderful word this Tuesday morning. Look, that sky's just brightening up as we speak, isn't it? Look at that. And I want to do a wee talking about our visitors. A little shout out to the lovely May Lewis. And May came to see us back in June. A wee visit here to Dalscon. Good morning, May, if you're listening. And a little birdie has told us you're not so well at the minute. May's in hospital. And just would like to wish you all the best. Get well soon. And get yourself fit and healthy, and come back here and see us, May, because we need you here, and we're praying for you, and pray you'll be back on your feet before long. So yes, I'll not tell you who let me know, May, but a big shout out to you. We're wishing you well, wishing you back to Dalscon very quickly. Morning, Kyle. I see a set of jump leads hanging on the... Who's responsible?
I left it running just to clear the windows and that. And then I turned it off to do the pipes, and then I went to start again and it wouldn't start.
Oh, you had it running?
Aye.
And then it wouldn't come back on again? That's a bit...
I don't know, I had the big lights on, so I don't know if it's just...
Too much for it?
Battery enough when it was running.
Oh.
It's going now though.
So all's well, right? Right.
Use 1 minute shed flared up or
No, go ahead. No, we're just blabbing. We're just wondering. I wondered why you brought the tractor up. So, no, you get. We don't like holding back progress. The colour of the trees. I think we maybe touched on this tree before we left, before we went on holiday. But yeah, the trees. That's the biggest thing we noticed with being away just for the 10 days that we were away. There's been a big change from we left till we came back. The autumn has came in very quickly, and our pumpkin festival, celebrating all things harvest time. The pumpkin seems to come in at the kind of end of harvest, and it's nice to celebrate what the Lord has given us right throughout the season. Pumpkin festival, or pecking, or whatever you like to call it, starts in just a few weeks' time, which is going to be very... So we've got polytunnel to get ready for. We've got pumpkins to get ready for. There's different tops and billy goats to go in with different animals. That's happening. Arabella, Arabella. Here she is. Here's the new girl. I don't know the official Arabella song, but hello, darling. How are you getting on? We'll nip here and see the R's and Zebedee and Bug. Come on, Bug. What are you saying? How are you getting on? Bug, Zebedee, Rory, Ringo, Ronnie, Rocco, and here she is. Marvel, Birdie and Miracle. The boys have put them. There's been a big change round since been away because they've everything. We're going to go out of here because it's very dusty. Kyle's bedding up. What was I saying? Big change round. So when I came back, or when we got back, opened up on Saturday again, I wasn't just too sure how we were going to do our 3 o'clock meet and greet, but we got through it. And then yesterday, Birdie and Miracle, you seen them in there in the little pen. They had been put into a pen with the big ones, and they weren't liking it. So when we got them out yesterday for 3 o'clock, we made another little pen up for them, and they're in the middle. We'll just wait till that dust goes down, and then we can go back in. Let me have a look at what you're all saying this morning, just while Kyle does that. If you something to tell me. Morning, Pete. No notification again, says Angela. See these notifications, Angela. They're a pest. Jackie's loving the sunrise on YouTube. Arabelle's a beautiful goat, says Betham. Yes. She's kind of cool, isn't she? Amanda's saying Bug's the cutest. You know what? He's so cool. When he sees me, when I came back and came up to the shed first time, he started yelling in his unique little yell only he has. It would have broke your heart. Mandy's saying hello to beautiful Marvel. Marvel's going to get a haircut soon. Now, Kyle's Emma, Kyle's better half, has been in clipping the Angoras. When it did come, what day did it come up? Was it Friday? We didn't come straight back up here, right? We had a couple of days to calm down when we got back. But when it did come up on Friday to see the new purchases, etc., Kyle's Emma was up here, and she was clipping up the Angoras, giving them a wee haircut, because ideally they're clipped twice a year. Otherwise, they're very prone to get lice, and because of their coat, they're very hard to keep the lice off them. So poor Emma, she's clipping away at them, working away, while all the farmers that were present, I shall not name any, but there was Kyle, Ben, Connor, Joe, Christoph, all right, while they all huddled in a group and talked, as men do, and Emma was doing all the work. I'm just saying, all right? Just saying. But yes, but yeah, how are you getting on, darling? Vera, bless her. Just keep your head warm. I think, and there was Caroline was here on Saturday. You may well have seen her on Twitch if you're watching, and she'd brought her spinning, her wool spinning machine, and she was up here because it was National Wool Spinning Day. If a spinner, like a spinning wheel that you traditionally spin wool, and she was up here today in the animal shed. She brought her spinning machine. She was up spinning some wool all day on Saturday afternoon or Saturday, and we did a wee video, which I don't think we've posted yet. But what she's doing, she's a very keen spinner and knitter. What she's doing, she's trying to get. Let me put this correctly. She's got these little squares. What size? Like 5 inches square, and she's trying to spin and knit wool from every breed of sheep that goes to shows in the UK. I'm sure I didn't say that right, but every sheep that's exhibited at a show, she's trying to get a fleece and spin some wool from it. And she's got 2 big washing lines full. She must have 40 pieces of wool. So I know they're all labelled. We've done a wee video. We'll post it on and let you all see it. It's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. So thank you, Caroline, for coming along. Excuse me. And we have asked her. She did say that she would have liked to come this year when Cammy was here clipping the sheep. And I says, well, why don't you come next year when it's sheep clipping day? And she couldn't come this year because she had something on at the time, something else on. And we've asked her to come next year when Cammy's here clipping the sheep. But it's absolutely fascinating seeing all these different breeds of wool. So you're able to go along all the little swatches, is that the right word, of wool, and feel what they would be like. And I can tell you, we're talking about Marvel. If you ever want a set of pyjamas knitted by Caroline with Marvel wool, I will not be wearing them because it's the roughest, toughest wool from a greyface dart. You would think with Marvel's wool it'd be nice and soft. No, in fact, that swatch of the wool was a lot smaller than the rest because it's so tough, and it broke her needle when she was trying to knit with it. So just for your information, if you're wanting wool pajamas, not from a greyface Dartmoor, thank you very much. And she's put her dabs on, what does what's Ben calling them? A new blue domain. Help me out. She put her dabs on his wool because that's one wool she hasn't got yet. And so when Cammy returns and faces big Gillette, thank you, Mystic McFloozy. Gillette. Now, why is he called him Gillette? What's the thing here? I've no idea. I mean, if you called this one over here Redface, you'd be very much, the name fits. Or if you called rabbit ears at the back there, you could understand. But why Gillette? Can somebody let me know here? I get a lot of information of what goes on at Dulscoan, or what's happened at the 3 o'clock meet and greet in the afternoon. All right, I'll tell you that. I get information back from everybody that comes up to see me. All right, or not to see me, up to see the animals at 3 o'clock. So I haven't heard why he's called Gillette. Now, can I tell you a little quick, if it's time for a little quick story. All right, about the blue domain. Now, I did. As I say, he's arrived. He's here now. He's a magnificent looking beast. That is not, I'm sure, now as when sheep go to the market and farmers are selling them, they sometimes dye them, like the texel at the back there. You see his wool's a bit more yellow. Or if they've got a white face, like our Border Leicester over there. Is it Border Leicester? they will enhance the white on the face to make it look whiter. Now the blue domain, he looks like he's got a chalk face. All right, that's very much been enhanced. I would imagine it will not stay. It looks like a Marvel superhero character with that kind of waxy face, if you ask me. All right, it's been you can see it glowing at the minute. All right, so it's a bit more blue than what it should be, I would think. Anyway, back in the day, when we had sheep for the first time, this was before. How long ago is this? I think we were married at the time. My dad was still here. Benjamin, the boys maybe weren't even born. It was our first year dabbling with sheep. And for some reason, I was obsessed with a blue domain. I don't know why. All right, we'll have to get a blue domain. We'll have to get a blue domain for a breeder. So there was a top sale in Dumfries Market one day in my younger days. Now that's, as I say, before the boys were born. Pete trops in. There was one blue domain there. And I think we bought it at the time. Well, we did buy it. I think it was £250. Was paid for it, for this blue domain top. Proudest punch I was. All right, there was only one there. I thought I was the bee's knees. Probably one of the worst purchases like we had ever made. All right, okay. He didn't decease or anything. Not to use the wrong word. He just wasn't very good and didn't throw very many good lambs. All right, so probably my decision. And when I heard they bought a blue domain, I went, oh no, history can't repeat itself. But he's a lot better blue domain than what I got. I must admit, there's a bit more length to him. Susie likes him, thinks he's awesome. He is quite cool, isn't he? And we've got a wonderful selection of some. They've made some really good purchases here. I'm liking them. I'm just, where are we? 23rd of September. Kind of excited. Nice to get them, you know. Hey, Wonky. What are you thinking about your new neighbours, huh? What are you saying, darling? How are you doing? Yeah? How's things? You like seeing everybody back again? I think they're all glad to see all the visitors back. Because have you missed them? Was it a bit quiet? Was Kyle and everybody looking after you? Why are you not in eating? What's wrong? Where's Wanda? She went away and left you. We've got somebody up here holding a back foot up. Need a wee bit of attention. But the goats are now. Stop nibbling. She's got a habit of taking a good. I'm sure there's nothing there. What is it? Meringue you want? They always like to. What is it? Like a wee bit of bling. There you are, darling. So yeah, just it'd be nice if it was for November. We could get them out and things get going. But it's all preparation. It's all in the preparation. So very much sometimes when you put the boys in together, they don't get on. But thankfully they're all happy together. Tango's out here running about. He's refusing to stay in. She. Tango is one of the last surviving baby of Fanta. I'm sure Fanta's up here. Did I see her in with the... Did I see her in here? On my way up. No? That water trough's full of straw. Where is Fanta? Annie's in here. There she is underneath the... Yes. Come on, my darling. We've had to put her in here because she's started being a wee bit of a bully sometimes when she's in with Birdie and Miracle. So she's happy in there. She's nice and quiet, so I know she's happy. Exciting for the Golden Guernseys, isn't it? Look how many green bums there is. And I think he's got a red chalk on at the minute. And there's a couple of red bums as well. So... everybody's been singing Kingpin's praises. All right. And look at the state of his chest. Yes, Trousers. What are you saying, darling? Are you want... Trousers still comes out to see us at 3 o'clock. If you're here over the next few weeks and you're up here at 3 o'clock, come see Trousers, because she's so cool. She comes out at 3, joins the rest of the bunch up here, and she's got very special tricks she does, but you have to be here at 3 to see that. It's so cool. Yes, and she'll wave at you as well. It's too early, you can't come out just yet. But they're all looking very comfortable. What is it used to? You've been bleating since we come out. I've no cake. There's no cake. This is a wee pen set up yesterday for them. They're better in together. And they come to no harm because they were getting bullied a bit in here. And we'll pop Dennis in here to stop the menace from wandering about. So it was I didn't witness it, but on Saturday morning, the boys were up here. Farmer Ben was up here, and Ewan was back from his holidays. Now, if you come to visit and you see Ewan, who works in if you don't know who Ewan is, he looks after the boys in the farm park and all the swings and slides and things. And Dennis is his best friend of me. And you've been away on his holidays again. If you see Ewan, ask him how he got on his holidays. He went on a very exciting trip. And he looks after Dennis during the day, puts him in and out when he's behaving and when he's not behaving. And on Saturday morning, Ewan was doing his rounds, and he had his earphones in. They can put their earphones in the morning before things get going. He's listening to some music. So he didn't know the boys were up here. But Dennis was over in the pen over there, either on a swing or on one of the obstacles. Oh yes, Milady, hi Scary, where did you come? She jumps in and out of this pen over here as and when required, isn't it? Yes, and you come out at 3 o'clock as well, don't you? Because there's cake on the go. That's what you're saying. You have no cake, no, so you needn't look at me. Has she got crazy eye going? Anyway, Dennis was over there Saturday morning. Ewan rocked up here looking to see what was going on. When Dennis seen him, he jumped down off whatever he was on and ran over to the fence and started baying, very much like Birdie's doing right now, standing up on it's 2 feet up on the fence, looking for Ewan because he knew he was back. So Ewan goes over, and he didn't know the boys were watching us at the time. Ewan goes over and gives him a good old clap under the chin. You were pleased to see him, weren't you? No joke. Ewan walks about with him like he's cuddling a big koala bear, and Dennis puts his head on his shoulder. It's a beautiful thing, a very beautiful thing. How are the R's, says Lisa Calvert-Haig. Here we are, Lisa, Ronnie, Ringo, Rory, Rocco, who's very much in the zone just now. Look, his eyes are shut, chewing away. He's thinking, oh, quite comfortable right here. We've got, is Zebedee allowed to be, we could join Zebedee and Bug in with the R's, but we could, you know, some words have got a silent letter in them or in front of them, like think of one, tsunami for instance. It's got a T in the front. We could maybe make Zebedee's name with an R and Bug's name with an R, a silent R in the front. Don't know, would that work? And Marvel, do you want to join the R's? Now, Marvel's due to get a haircut. Talking about haircuts, when Emma, next few days. Now, Jessie, who, after me not singing the praises of the Greyfaced Dartmoor wool, Jessie, who makes our lovely felt pictures out of the donkeys and sheep and things that we sell in the gift shop, Jessie has requested Marvel's wool when she gets her haircut so she can make some felt pictures. But we might need to reassess that. Maybe the wool wouldn't be as suitable. But anyway, she's going to get a haircut. We're going to keep the wool for Jessie, and we'll see. It'd be rocking cool if we could make some items for the gift shop out of Marvel's wool. She says, what do you think? So, that is your morning roundup. Miracle's happy. Birdie's happy. Dennis is more than happy, aren't you? Yeah. Ewan's back. He's got a rock and cool pen here. You want me to get you out later? Where's Scary went? Scary, she's back in again. She can get through. See where the goats are sticking their head out here. And she can morph her way out of there when she wants to. And at the minute, she's happy to go back in again. Where is Squintmouth? Squintmouth was doing the same because Anne, Jill, and Celia were here on Saturday visiting, and we're witnessing Scary and Squintmouth just going from one pen to the other. Squintmouth can be she's a bit like Joe. She just likes to sit in the background, doesn't really like any fuss. And is that nice? You enjoying that? Huh? How's that? You've got the right spot there. Have you seen Squintmouth? She is here somewhere, but I'm afraid I can't see her just at the minute. Has anybody any idea what time it is? Let me see. It's 7:30. Oh my goodness! I have kept you so long this morning. I'm so sorry. Is that Squint? There she is. There she is. Look at that for a beautiful sight. Look. She says, "You talking about me? Did I hear my name mentioned?" Bless her. She might be up there with the oldest goat we've got, or certainly the world's oldest goat. I mean, that is a very beautiful thing. Oh, she says, "Right, you're talking about me that much? My age? Oh yeah. Oh," she says, what's wrong with your foot? Are you just a bit stiff? What is it? You pleased to see everybody? Are you glad everybody's back? And we're back to normal routine. Let me see. How's those teethies in there? Right. Thank you very much, Abby. Just leave my hat where it is. That's the other thing. The gift show when we're at Birmingham, I forgot to say, talking about hats. Trousers, see you at 3. Wave bye-bye. Wave bye-bye. Wave. Come on. Right. See you all at 3. We, at the gift show that we were at Birmingham, that I told you about earlier, the girls were away looking at their things, and I was just wandering about having a wee look. And it's, I'm saying gift fair. It's also, it also has the Moda is what they call it. It's a fashion gift fair as well. That was on at the same time in the same kind of halls. So I was able to go and see our gentleman that supplies our Farmer Pete hats that we got last year. So I've chosen some same style but slightly different ones, and they should be here at the end of September for our Christmas shopping campaign. So some slightly different but the same Farmer Pete hats on the way. I don't know if that's good English or not, but I hope you know what I mean. I think you'll like them. So yes, didn't buy hundreds of them, but we got enough in all different sizes. So they will be here with us on the end of September. Excited to show you those. Linda says, bye-bye for now. Enjoy your coffee. I'm ready for a coffee. Thank you very much. I didn't realise it was so late. You wouldn't stop talking. So now I'll have to go. But I think we're all organised. As I say, it was a busy day yesterday for being at, kind of off season, as we call it. With 1 or 2 schools being off further north. And I think, let me know in the comments, I think this weekend is also a long weekend for some of you as well. So it looks like it could be a busy weekend. Hopefully it will be. A lot to do. We need more peat trees for our collection, says Natasha. Well, we're working on that, Natasha. Hopefully. What did we get? The girls picked something up yesterday. Because they were at the Scottish Gift Fair. Did I tell you this? They were at the Scottish Gift Fair at Glasgow yesterday. Trish's Toys and Alice went up. It wasn't a big affair, but they didn't take them long. And they picked something up. For the life of me, I can't remember what it was, but It's kind of got my name on it. Annette, good morning to you. Ruth, Nicola Ruth, sorry Nicola, the two first names is wishing everybody a lovely day. You have a lovely day too, Nicola. Thanks for joining us. Right, I shall let you go. Sunrise is past, 6:36 is back, and there's lots to do, and so it continues. God bless. We'll see you all on Friday, same time, same place. Supporters, members, hopefully see you on the drive home later on. But for now, from Farmer Pete and Trish's Toys, the 636 Club, it gone. Ta-da!